Alright folks, so ever since this movie came out in overseas, there have been so many positive feedbacks all about the Mortal Kombat movie. And apparently there's been some more and more positive feedbacks, and that's what I love to hear, and that's why we're here, to see some positive feedbacks and what is people overall thoughts and opinions on this movie. So with that being said, let's get into some early reviews. And if you want the article, I will have it in the description below. The first critic reviews for Simon McQuay's Mortal Kombat reboot are in, and it appears that the film delivers on its promise of violence and gore. While Mortal Kombat won't premiere in the US until later this month, the movie has already debuted in several other countries, where it's earned its fair share of positive reviews. Inspired by the video game franchise of the same name, this new Mortal Kombat movie has a lot of riding on it. While 1995's Mortal Kombat was generally favorable, 97's Mortal Kombat Annihilation was a critical and commercial failure. Facts. McQuay Reboots is a fresh start, and according to most of those who have seen the movie, it's a leap in the right direction, which means that people have some positive reviews about this movie, and it gives us hope for a sequel. It's going to end up being the same thing. So let's see what people have to say. James Marsh from South China Morning Post, this is what he had to say. Gleefully violent video game adaptation. Nuanced character drama. This most certainly isn't. Instead, this is boxers with ninja blood and green berets with robot arms, pummeling invisible lizards, and bat-winging demon babe to a bloody pulp. Mortal Kombat is not for the screening plate, but for those in the know. Get over here. So this is his way of saying how good the movie is. Where he was talking about ninjas, vampire babes, and the blood and the gore. It goes to show you that he likes the movie. And you know how I feel about reading people's comments on social media, because you know I'm terrible at it. So y'all know me. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you'll have a blast, since you'll fill in the gaps with your pre-exciting knowledge of the series and just revel in the violence. But for the average viewer, there will be little reason to care for the stakes here. Ultimately, that's what 2021's Mortal Kombat comes down to. A solid video game adaptation, full of fan service for the gamers, stay for the sequel tease, and a decent action movie for everyone else. I like his review. He likes the movie, and he also says that the storylines is a bit much, but overall he enjoys the movie for what it is, and that's all I care about. Curvin Khalid says, for every step backward it takes, Mortal Kombat didn't promote flying bicycle kicks his way forward again, to the point where I walked out of the cinema not just thoroughly entertained, but actually all in for the next chapter tease and the closing moments. I think what he's trying to say is that in times he walked out of the movie with no entertainment about feeling good whatsoever, but he is interested in for the sequel, so that's all that matters to me. These people, I think, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but I can tell you what the person says, so I'm just gonna call him the person. As a movie based on a popular video game, Mortal Kombat effectively brings the game's world onto the silver screen with a lot of care and attention to details. True, the visuals, sound effects, and gore action are exactly what fans have been looking for since the original '95 film and more. And I like what he says. For everybody that looks for the blood and gore, it makes sense, and I like what I'm hearing. So as long as he enjoys the movie, that's a win-win for me. The fatalities are just as gruesome as you'd expected, but it's the hand-to-hand combat that stands head and shoulders above everything else here. The amount of work that went into the choreography and stunt work is beyond impressive. He likes it, and it makes me feel good inside though. So that kind of gives me hope that people will have that same positive feedbacks when it hits theaters in the US, which I believe is Wednesday, I guess. I don't know. If Mortal Kombat manages to make enough money to warrant another movie, here's hoping that whoever ends up in charge for the sequel would improve significantly upon the largely adored reboot. So I know he probably has some mixed feelings on this. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm guessing what he's actually saying is that he hopes for the next person in charge for the sequel will end up keeping up the same pace as this current movie is doing right now. Alright, so that was early critics, what they had to say. And so far, it's been nothing but positive feedbacks. And that alone gives me hope that this film is going to do so well in the US. And I cannot wait to see it. So hopefully it's free online, so whenever I can see it, because I really want to see this movie because I care about Mortal Kombat. I love the franchise as a whole. So yeah, tell me what y'all think. Like I say, if you want the article, I will have it in the description box. So yeah, y'all take it easy.